Hey, what's going on, little dragons? How are you feeling today? If you're feeling good, please do let me know down in the comments below. Drop a like on this video, share this video with your friends and family, and don't forget to punch that subscribe button as it will help your little dragon out so very much. So today, well, this is the start of the video, I know, but I'm actually filming this after I've been to Thorpe Park. So I've already been to Thorpe Park, I've been on all the rides. So I'm going to let you guys, basically go ahead and enjoy the video that I made. I tried my best, even though I can't get me going on the rides itself because it's not permitted, and also my phone will obviously drop. It's not very smart for me to do so, but I try to get as much of the attractions as possible, and I'm going to later, after showing you all of that, I'm going to talk about my favorite rides. I've been on 16 rides today. Well, okay, I went on the same rides. I've been on 2-3 rides multiple times. But yeah, altogether I went on 16 rides today. I feel sick. Just had a can of Coke, Now I feel alright. So I'm going to basically talk about that and talk about my favorites of what I've been on after you guys go check out the video. So yeah, go guys, go and check out my day. Right now I'm actually not at home. I'm in my uncle's house. Oh, it's a big house, man. I'll show you around actually later, a bit later. But now, go and watch what I've experienced today, and I'll catch you in a bit. Let's go.
It was night today when you entered the space of me. Crushed in the dive of your flooding prayer. I wanna taste of your freedom.
So this is another room. Looks like a nice like parkour obstacle area. There's a total of 3 bathrooms here, man. Hey, alright, now we're back in Coventry. Now let's talk about my experience. So I've been on, did I mention I've been on 16 rides? It's been 2 days now. I've been on 16 rides that day. 16 rides, man. 2 of which weren't actually intense. One was a thing called Black Mirror Labyrinth, I don't know how to say it right, and the other one's called Darren Brown's Ghost Train. And oh yeah, one more, and then we went on this boat. I forgot the name of the boat. There was a boat ride that we went on, and that was it. We went on basically as a family, and that was all it. That was all these small ones that we went on. All the other ones were all the big rides there. I think I went on the fastest roller coaster in the UK. I heard some sources it was second fastest or something like that, called Stealth. I went on it 4 times, man. Went on it 4 times. Whew! That was actually the least scariest. One sec. People were hyping it up. I actually watched the POV video. I watched it and I was kind of jealous because I wanted to get the POV video for myself. It's on YouTube somewhere. If you type in like Stealth POV, you basically see it. But they were hyping it. It was so hyped up, that one was. Stealth was a really hyped up ride. I honestly did not find it scary. In fact, I liked it the most. I found it the least scariest. It's the highest in the park. It's the fastest in the park, but it's the least scariest. You know why? For that reason itself, because I don't like the anticipation. You know, the only thing that would ever scare me is the anticipation. Same with when you're going into a fight. You know, when you're going into a boxing ring, the anticipation leading up to it, that's the only problem. Like when you're there and you're walking into the ring, and when the referee's talking to you and he makes you stand in front of your opponent, and he's going through the rules, and he sends you back. That anticipation is the only hard part. Now, as long as once you're there, you're there. Once you're at the top and you drop down, you know, it's only scary for like 2 seconds, and then I kept my eyes open for the whole time. This is my 3rd experience, like going to 4th experience on a theme park, 3rd experience going on like big rides. First experience going to a theme park, I went when I was a little kid. I can't even remember how old I was. It was in Adventure Island in Southend. I didn't go on any big rides. I actually went as a family. We went with our family friends and all that stuff. Then I went to the same Adventure Island in Southend as a school. We went with my school, and that's the time I went on Rage. I went on one of that biggest ride there, and that goes upside down. That was intense, you know. You could feel it in my face. I thought my skin on my face was like flying off in that time, which was an intense ride. And then I went on in I was 11 years old. That was in 2010. When I was in 2014, when I went on holiday to Canada, we went on some of the big rides there. Those rides were amazingly big, way bigger than these rides. There was one called Leviathan and Behemoth. We just kept going on that over and over again. That was crazy. All of them, like, they anticipate. They go up slowly and then they drop like crazy, you know. Yeah, all the speed just comes on in that first drop. And then I think it goes through like a couple of drops. Yeah, so that was my 3rd time. And I did keep my eyes closed for some time on that day. For the first few times. This time I didn't keep my eyes closed for any of the rides. I went on all of them, and what I was trying to say was the anticipation is not there. For Stealth, there's no anticipation. Literally, you sit in, they buckle you up, the guy in the front will put his thumbs up, everything's great, and then you hear that thing going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fly. That's it. It just goes full speed. It's like literally, they say it's a human cannonball. It is literally a human cannonball. You don't even know. You don't even feel yourself. You don't even know you're thinking. You don't even know where you are for a second, and it just goes boom at top speed, and then it takes you to the top, and then it goes down, which is why I loved it so much, because it doesn't give me that time to think. Because I'm an overthinker. Honestly, I am very guilty of overthinking in a lot of cases. I just sit there and overthink, and especially the anticipation just makes me overthink over and over. And at the end of the day, like certain things, I would probably bail out in the last second. I know this, you have no choice. You're already buckled up, but it doesn't let me think. So it's easier for me to like get into it, because you don't think, it just does it for you basically. So I enjoyed stealth the most. So stealth was like my favorite one that I kept going on. And I actually went with my brother, and his favorite one was one called Swarm. It's like there's two here and there's two here, and it goes up and then it twists and then it goes fast and stuff. So that was good. Colossus, that was the first one I went on. So Colossus, so I enjoyed all of them. There's only two rides that I didn't enjoy. Two rides I didn't enjoy. So one was called Detonator. Apparently to me it is the scariest ride. It's not about is it scary, because that's fine, going up high. I'm not really afraid of heights or anything. But the effect, the impact, that made me sick. I was really sick after that one. That wasn't even the last ride I went on. I went on loads of other rides after that, but that really made me sick. Detonator. It's like a big drop, and it's actually faster than free falling. It's faster than the force of gravity pulling you, because there's actually a pushing force, in the mechanics itself. So it made it, yes. So I felt all of that one, man. I really, really felt all of that one. So that's Detonator was probably my least favorite in the park. Then there was one called Saw. I didn't really enjoy that, man. It goes like this. It anticipates. That is a master anticipator, because you actually go vertical, completely vertical. It takes you up, up, up. And then instead of just dropping down like this, it goes inwards and it drops down. I'm not trying to scare you. Any of you that want to go on roller coasters aren't a big deal. I'll tell you the mind trick anyway. But it goes in and it goes down, basically. So I didn't enjoy that. It felt it's not really you can't really enjoy it as much. Again, stealth, another problem. The only problem is you can't actually enjoy the moment that much, because by the time you actually sink into it and you realize, okay, I'm in a roller coaster, as it's going in, it's basically over. It's pretty quick. But Saw takes you around and stuff, and Saw has that, the moments at the start with the loud noise and the anticipation, and I think it's Jigsaw, he comes in and all that stuff happens. But yeah, at the end of the day, it wasn't my favorite. I think that was probably, it was a high impact one. It gave me a little bit of headache. Stealth removed all my headache, but this one gave me the headache at first. This was the second ride I went on. The first ride I actually went on was Colossus. That was the best one. After Stealth, it was really good, because you could actually, it's the longest one I've been on. It actually, Samurai is the longest, but Samurai is not a roller coaster. This one's a roller coaster. It goes on, it goes around, it rotates. Even says it rotates about 10 times, and that was mad. And for the first roller coaster, it was brilliant. It was so brilliant. For the first roller coaster I went on, I'm glad I went on that one first, because that really helped me get into it more as such. So Colossus, I spoke about Colossus. Colossus is the best. It's the longest one, and it has the most going on in it, and it's good speed. Apart from the fact that it vibrates a little bit, which actually gives you a little bit of a neck pain if you don't sit properly. If you lean to one side too much, it'll give you that bit of a neck pain. But apart from that, Colossus is definitely it's a great one. My favorite ones, yeah, Colossus, Swarm I spoke about. It's my brother's favorite, so we went on it twice. What else did we go on? What was the other one? Oh, Nemesis Inferno. That was interesting. It's a little bit like Swarm, but I guess it's a little bit less intensity. The intensity wise, it's a lot less. Actually, if you sit at the front, you get the best views. You can actually see the park, and Heathrow Airport was on the left, so we were trying to look at that. We're trying to see some of the planes flying around. So if you sit at the front, the view's the best, but if you sit at the back, the intensity is the most. So that's what I recommend. So I actually sat at the front and at the back, right at the back for Swarm. One we were at the right at the front, one we were right at the back, so I got to experience both of them. Nemesis, I think we're in the middle. Nemesis Inferno, that was it was a decent one. I wouldn't say it's one of my favorite. I wouldn't say it's the best. Like it it wouldn't be on my rank for my best experiences on a roller coaster, but like it's a really good one. You know, if you've never been on a roller coaster before, I think because I went on Thorpe before I went on Nemesis, it was a joke to me. To me, it was so easy to go on because I went on Thorpe. Thorpe was actually, it's probably the scariest, you know, out of all the roller coasters. Thorpe was the scary, like the most intense. None of them was scary as such, but yeah, the most intense and the most I felt was Thorpe as a roller coaster, and the most intense ride that I'll probably never ever go on again. I don't know if I want to go on it again. It just because I don't know. It's like I almost did like I don't know what I was feeling afterwards. I wasn't gonna feel like I was gonna, you know, regurgitate or throw up. Basically, actually I kind of did. What am I talking about? Yeah, I kind of did. I felt a little bit lightheaded, and it gave me a massive headache. It was just crazy. I was like, no, and that was my 10th ride actually. We went on literally every single roller coaster. We went on even the roller coaster inside the one called Walking Dead. Oh, that was mad. I went with my mum actually. Oh my god, I couldn't even enjoy the ride because she was holding on to me. She was like bro, I think she was like screaming, and I think she was even crying. So I was like trying to calm her down and saying, listen, you know, it's not that bad. It's fine. It's only a ride. You know, I was wiping the tears and I was calming her down. So I didn't really get to enjoy the moment. I kind of felt bad because I didn't know what to expect. I thought Walking Dead is like, it's just going to be walking. I didn't know. As soon as they made me get on the train, it was a bit of a no-no for me. I realized, okay, I'm with my mum and she's not going to enjoy it. It's not a train that goes high or anything. It doesn't go upside down or anything. It doesn't really go that fast, but it goes and it stops and then it shows you all the jump scares and stuff, which wasn't actually scary. I don't even think kids will be scared of that. It's so like even saying it's not scary. That one wasn't scary. There's one called Darren Brown's Ghost Train, which was a ride I went on. Darren Brown's Ghost Train. So a guy called Darren Brown will come in and he will start talking and he'll tell you what fear is. And so if you type it in, you can actually go see it. In fact, I would say the best thing to do is not to go and research that one, Darren Brown's Ghost Train, because if you're thinking of going to Thorpe Park, you should give that one a try because of the amount of effort they've put into it. You can actually see, and I came home and I've seen like the videos and how much money they spent on it and stuff, and it was impressive. It was quite impressive, and I don't, you know, it's even though maybe it's not so great it didn't really please me as much. It didn't really satisfy me that much, but for the amount of effort they've put in, I think it does deserve, you know, the credit it gets. So if you go to Thorpe Park, I think you should definitely try that one out. I'm not going to tell you the main concept of it, but my favorite part was the beginning. You know, as soon like there's a little speech that goes on, and then you'll basically go on a train, and a story will happen from there. I like the beginning of a story. So you wear the virtual reality, and then it gets into the story. But the beginning of the story, I'll just tell you the beginning of the story. So an old man, a poor guy would come, before he comes in, his dog will come in and it'll start barking at you, and it'll literally feel like the dog's right there. It looks crazy, and it starts barking and growling at you. So that one, that beginning, that opening, I really liked. And then from there, yeah, it wasn't, you know, I'm not really scared of like ghosts or anything, so it wasn't scary for me. And I even asked around and no one really found it scary. Even families were cool to go on it. So I think there is an age limit to that one, but it was fine, it was easy. There's some techniques they used with the train and with the virtual reality and with the other stuff. So I'm not going to ruin that. So go, if you want to go and enjoy it. It's not too scary. To me, it was a joke. It was no scare whatsoever. But I wasn't 100% satisfied with that one. So to my satisfaction level, I think the ones that lived up to that one or exceeded that one is definitely Stealth, definitely Colossus, because I didn't think anything about Colossus. I know I've heard of Stealth before, and I've heard people talk about Stealth, and people are scared to go on Stealth. I loved it. I could go on Stealth 16 times. Stealth was the best one for me, man. No anticipation, just straight to the point. That's how I like it, you know. I don't like these or some ads sometimes, you know, they don't actually get to the point. They anticipate so much and they try to market in strategy. They don't just get to the point and tell you what you actually want to know, you know. They ask you questions like, hey, do you want to know this? Hey, Do you know what the best car is, or hey, this and all of that. I don't want to know that. I just want straight to the point. Straight away. Just get, yeah. Just cut to that chase, man. Just cut to the game. I just want to enjoy the experience. I don't want the anticipation. I don't want any of that. And they don't talk too much. All the other ones, they build up. They use the props to build it up a little bit, and then they get into the ride, and then the ride would stop, and then they'll slowly get into the next part. So all of that stuff, it's not in stealth. Stealth just gets straight to the point. You just enjoy the ride experience, and then come back. Yeah, definitely stealth was my my number one favorite, and then probably Colossus, and then Nemesis Inferno. Third one is third one was Swarm, and then Nemesis Inferno, number 4. Then which one can I say next? Oh yeah, I went on the Flying Fish. I think that's the oldest ride in the park. It was nice. Flying Fish was it goes around 3 times, and I guess because it's the oldest, it's very sentimental. I think that's why they kept it or something. It was really nice. It's like a kid's ride, it doesn't go fast. It doesn't go upside down. It just goes and comes around and plays around and just gives you a moment. But yeah, it's like a good feeling. I think going on loads of the big ones and then going on some of the smaller, the more interesting ones, the smaller, the most low impact ones, I guess it's good. It feels kind of good. So Flying Fish was a good one. I guess I'll give that number 5. Did I say 4? So yeah, that's number 5. And then I think Walking Dead was actually a decent ride. It was a decent one. I didn't get a chance to actually experience it because of my mum, but I guess it was a good ride. The location was awesome. It's like an abandoned building, man. It was awesome. Even if there was nothing there, literally, you could have just given me nothing. Just look at the way the building is built, right? And then they're gonna go with the train, even at normal speed. We're going with the train. See how this is. I think I would have fell in love with that ride. I think, yeah, definitely that was my favorite one, man. I think I like that more than Flying Fish. So number 5, Walking Dead. Number 6, Flying Fish. Number 7. Oh god, it's starting to rain. Anyways, number 7. We'll finish this quick, but yeah, number 7. Ooh, yeah, the rest. So Saw, number 8, Detonator. Yeah, I went on 16. I said I went on 16 rides. I didn't actually go on 16 rides. I went on the same ones about 4 or 5 times. But altogether, we went on it 16 times. So, yeah. What are the rides I go? Oh yeah, and then there's that boat, the family boat one, which was also pretty decent. So yeah, I think Detonator was the last. So I like Detonator the least. Second last is Saw. And then, all the other ones in the order I just said. Definitely Stealth is number 1. So hey, if you guys ever go to Thorpe Park, wonderful, wonderful place for you and your family, or you and your friends, or you and your school, whatever, however you like it, man. Go enjoy yourself. Make sure you go on the biggest rides, and also the fear of rides. If you guys ever get scared of rides, here's the trick, right? The trick to overcoming that fear is to understand. First of all, in my head, I'm like, the engineers that built this ride are smarter than me. So all this logic that I'm trying to build, and when the ride's gonna fly off, or it's gonna break, or I'm gonna fall off, or something, that logic goes out the window as soon as I realize, the engineers that built this, the intelligence that went into making this, these guys are way, way more intelligent than I am. I'm nothing compared to them. So that's the first thought that would go on in my head. Second is, what is that fear? The fear of heights or fear of speed, it only comes if there is that risk, but there is no potential risk, because honestly, I'm not going to fall off because I'm strapped to a seat, right? And it's secured, and they've checked the seat. Billions of people have been on this way before I have, so what's the problem? It's not like magically only going to happen to you or only going to happen to me. When I'm on the ride, if it's going to break down, it would have broke down for other people, and it's not broken down. They've tested it, and it's worked fine for billions, millions and billions of people. So it should be fine. So that's how I think about it. And about the experience, I think if you're going to go on the ride, the last thing you want to do is close your eyes. Even if you're scared, And I know I'm like that. I even if I'm scared, you don't want to miss the opportunity. You don't want to miss that moment. There's no point going on the ride if you're going to miss that moment. So try your best. You know, first few times maybe you have to close your eyes, but try your best not to close your eyes and understand that that experience. It's a one-time thing. Like I'm not on the ride right now. I'm probably never going to go back to Thorpe Park ever again. Maybe, you never know. But I'm most likely never going to go back ever again. So there's no point of me missing that one-time experience. So that's another thing that will be in my head. So remember that. So remember the experience that you can get. It's like going on a plane, and it's only going to be scary for a little bit, and then you would just literally, your brain and your eyes and everything would adjust to it, and then you would just basically get used to it. You know, yeah, it sucks for like first couple of times. You just got to suck it up. But just remember, it's just a part of life. It's just a part of the experience. Everything, life is just up and down, right? Life is like a roller coaster, you know, it goes up and down. It could go up really fast, or it can go up really slowly. It could go down super slow. You know, every ride is different. But ups and downs, it's common for every single ride. You know, every ride goes up and down. Oh yes, Samurai. I forgot to mention about Samurai. That was a great ride. That was the longest ride. It's crazy as well. It did mess me up, but it's like a good mess up though. I really like that ride. I would definitely go on any ride that's similar to that in the future. If I do ever go to another theme park, this was a great experience. This was a really, like, it wasn't a challenge for me as such, because I wasn't scared to begin with, because I knew I could do it. But if there's another time I can go to another theme park that has rides like Samurai, Stealth or something, Alton Towers is pretty good. I need to go check it out. I don't know any of the rides there, but if there's any rides that like that, you know, I'll definitely go on one that's similar to, you know, Samurai, and definitely go on all the roller coasters, man. So yes, any more questions, man? Do you have any questions, guys? Little dragons. If you have any questions about Thorpe Park, you know, let me know down in the comments. I could totally tell you what I know from an experience. I don't actually work there or anything that can actually tell you anything about it, really. Anything, all I can talk to you about the experience. If you guys want to share your experience of being on roller coasters, are you guys comfortable with roller coasters? Do you guys hate roller coasters? Do you guys, you know, love them? How many times have you been to a theme park? Do you guys keep your eyes open? Do you guys close your eyes? You know, let me know all of that down in the comments below. Let me know what's your favorite, or where you're from, and what's your theme parks in where you're from, whatever country you're from. Are there any famous theme parks there? Is there any famous rides there? In Canada, there's two rides called Leviathan. For those of you who don't know what Leviathan is a biblical dragon that I suppose God killed and he fed to the birds. That's something I heard. I don't know if that's true mythology or whatever. Like, I don't know if that's the way it is, but I know it's a dragon in the Bible. And there's one called Behemoth, you know. So Leviathan, I guess, is more. Yeah, I guess so. I guess I'd say. Which one's scary? I think those two are actually they're way more intense than the ones I've been here. Stealth is faster, but like they have way more intensity and they last a lot longer. So yeah, those are two famous ones in Canada. I think the famous ones in the whole of North America. And also here we have Alton Towers Oblivion, which is famous, and obviously Stealth and all of that from Thorpe Park. And then the first bigger ride I've ever been on was the one called Rage, man. Rage from Southend Adventure Island. That's a crazy ride. So that's it, man. That's it. So let me know what you guys thought in the comments below, man. Let me know, do you like this video? I wish I could get the POV. It sucks I couldn't get the POV, man. It really does. I really was looking forward to. I know I couldn't, but like I wish I could. You know, I wish I had like a GoPro that I could put in my mouth and get the whole thing, or like a drone, or get someone to film it with a drone or something. It is what it is. You know, it's just the cards I'm dealt with. It's these things I don't have access to right this minute. Maybe in the future we might have access to someone, you know, filming me and a drone camera and stuff. It'll be great. You know, if I did have that option, it would be wonderful. And if we could have like filmed the whole thing, it would have been great. It is what it is, I guess. But yes, my little dragons, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like, don't forget to punch that subscribe button. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and family, as it will help your little dragon out. so very much, man. I love you all. You're all amazing. You're all awesome, man. Stay home, stay safe, stay blessed, stay awesome, my little dragons. And I will see you all in the next video, man.